creators you love may sometimes change over time and become hated by most of their fan base. So today, me and you are going to be watching loved YouTubers who became suddenly hated. Let's hop straight into this video.
These are 6 YouTubers who went from universally loved to suddenly hated, starting with comedy YouTuber and TikToker
Khaby Lame,
who in October 2021 would deviate from his usual style of content.
He used to just make content that would basically just use only his hands and not speaking content, so it was very universal, his content, which was beneficial to him in a way, but also sometimes annoyed people.
Content to talk about racism. We are almost in 2022 and people still use racism because they have nothing to do in their life. Khaby would then insist that not being racist wasn't enough, you needed to be anti-racist. But this wasn't as well received as he'd probably hoped.
Anti-racism? So just reverse, no, that's wrong.
And Khaby started losing followers. Still, he stuck to his values. You can unfollow me, I don't care about the numbers, I care about your hearts. And in response, people pulled up his old sexist videos and accused him of body shaming. As a result, Khaby lost over 400,000 followers.
Wow, and that is more than someone's followers at the moment.
Going from one of the most beloved to one of the most hated creators on TikTok. But then a YouTube comment drew attention to something odd. Khaby is not cancelled. All the Charlie fans are just mad because he's about to pass Charlie, so they look for any excuse to cancel him. Realizing what was actually going on, Khaby's fans started supporting him again, and the TikToker gained more than 1 million followers the next day. With
That's
that,
crazy.
Khaby was finally able to surpass Charlie D'Amelio as the most followed person on TikTok. But while Khaby didn't deserve the hate, challenge YouTuber Airrack had it coming after a series of fake...
He done so many videos that were not real, and it really ruined his career. I remember watching so much of his videos, and he used to make the most craziest clickbait thumbnail, clickbait title. You watch the video and you think, this has nothing to do with what he's talking about.
Videos. On December 7th, 2023, Soggy Cereal would expose Airrack for faking his 30 Days Around the World series.
If you go to episode 3 and pause right here, you can clearly see the 12th September timestamp on his watch. I presume he started filming this challenge at the start of September, giving Airrack an entire 3 months head start before even starting his 30-day series challenge on YouTube.
Initially, Airrack, real name Eric, denied these accusations. As I mentioned in the videos, some of them were shot before the series so we could give ourselves a head start to edit and make the vids as good as possible. But fans weren't buying it. In episodes...
Either way, he's making his videos seem as if it's not a series, but it's just a pre-made thing that wasn't counted as an actual series, but was just made as something to entertain.
Goes to the coffee shop and tells his audience to leave a good review there. His own review was posted in September. More evidence. And the final nail in the coffin came 2 months later when Eric doxed a private pilot.
This pilot guy has chosen to stay completely anonymous because this whole flying into the angle thing is in the gray area of what's legal.
Mac, isn't he in Mr. Beast now?
To hide his identity, we agreed to call him.
He used the real name of the pilot as fake name of the pilot.
And while the YouTuber continued posting the same kind of videos as before, his views were no longer what they used to be. Much like Dream, whose PDF file allegations and...
Oh, this video. I remember this. Like, as soon as he dropped it, everyone just dropped hate on it because of his looks, man.
Subsequent behavior would destroy his 32 million subscriber empire. On October 4th, 2022, just 2 days after his ill-received face reveal, Dream would be accused of flirting with a 17-year-old fan. Worse...
Whoa.
Two-side real life struggling to get involved with a YouTuber trending right now already face revealed me 2 years ago when he was flirting with me when I was a minor through his personal Snap number and Twitter. The is possibly real of others with similar stories. Funny draft though.
Wow.
Just 10 days later, another fan came out with similar allegations. Dream, you effed up. I am now getting the law involved. The pictures, messages, everything. And the Dream hate train began. Minecraft YouTuber accused of inappropriate interactions with a minor?
But that's the thing is, what if he didn't ever do those actions? How does that make him a problem? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he is in the right. I'm not saying he's in the wrong. I'm just saying, like, what if?
Color me shocked. A year later, however, Dream made an hour-long video proving the allegations to be lies.
I didn't have any contact with this person. I hardly even remember who this person is at all. And the only messages I could even find with this person were friendly Twitter DMs. And even in those Twitter DMs, I mentioned that they had 18 in their bio.
And just a year later, the YouTuber found himself in another controversy after attacking Tommy Innett's fans with a slur. Tommy was quick to defend his audience, posting a video, Dream, the very next day.
You can't throw around the arse slur, mate. You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real, amazing people. who I think of like family.
In response, 2 days later, Dream uploaded "I'm sorry," but not to Tommy Innit.
I posted a meme on Twitter that used the R word, and I shouldn't have done that.
If you're going to risk your career by putting out something, you need to think before your actions if you already have an audience. Putting something out that you know may cause an issue already may already be a problem for you. Therefore, you don't do it in the first place, okay? Don't be a silly Billy, be a someone smart.
I'm sorry, genuinely.
Dream then accused Tommy of using child labor.
Tommy went with a merch company that
They were friends though.
actually had some really cool designs with some
Hector,
very
stop.
hardworking child laborers.
Chill out, man. That's wrong. Child labor is something wrong and not spoken about enough. Children get used out of money just to get things done. So many chocolate factories around the world is getting used with child labor constantly on the verge of hurting young children. Some companies use naturally, ethically sourced products like cocoa, but some of these other companies use child labor to get profits out of their thingies, but it's actually really sad.
Make it possible.
Unfortunately for him, Tubbo called him out for defamation.
The wide impact of this clip that you've put on here is blatantly accusing Tom
Okay,
of making his
Tubbo-
merch with child labor. You don't say in your video, oh, I'm sure he didn't know about this. You don't say that this is completely directed at the company, which is, by definition, defamation.
This forced Dream to backtrack.
Tommy, no matter what, did not commit any crimes. Tommy's not on the stand here.
As expected, this only got him more hate. This argument is Tubbo pointing out Dream's mistakes and Dream saying, yes, but I didn't mean it that way. And his views
That's just pure gaslighting.
fell to less than half of what they used to be. But Dream's fall from grace does not compare to reaction YouTuber Kwebbelkop, who turned his 15 million subscribers
Oh my
against
gosh.
him with just one stake. Back in August 2023, Kwebbelkop would make a big announcement. Kwebbelkop AI is now live. We'll be posting 4 videos a week starting today and will 100% focus on improving the AI every single day. But this was met with instant backlash, and 2 months later, Kwebbelkop seemed to recognize where he had gone wrong.
I made a mistake. I thought that Kwebbelkop AI would be accepted and embraced.
But just as fans thought the old Kwebbelkop was back, the YouTuber made the worst decision possible.
Every second you've been watching of this video so far has been completely AI generated.
No, that's what's scary about AI. You could just go out, just make a whole entire video and pretending this AI. Like, I could be speaking AI right now, but I'm not. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? It's...
The Kwebbelkop you're seeing on the screen right now is not really me.
Safe to say, this move was not well received. This ends like an effing horror film. I'm not impressed, I'm scared. Despite this, even after 2 years, the YouTuber still hasn't learned his lesson.
So I see this question a lot. Why are you posting a bunch of AI videos? And let me tell you that it's not for the money. I've been running this project for well over a year now, and not a single dollar has been made. I just really like doing it. I just love.
If you like doing with AI, just start a new account and post with AI content. You're making one of your channel that people love you for you and not being for someone else.
Making videos with AI. I just love the challenge of trying to make the videos good.
But the YouTuber was soon called out for his low-quality AI videos. Nevertheless, the YouTuber continued posting AI shorts, with most of the videos only getting a couple thousand
Wow,
views.
it needs to be a really
Even
high
worse,
viewer
he's only
YouTuber.
doubled down with Kwebbelkop AI 3.0. Now, although Kwebbelkop got hate for abandoning his audience, tech YouTuber Marques Brownlee would get hate for abandoning his morals. On September 24th, 2024, Marques would launch his own wallpaper app.
You guys have always been asking me where I get my wallpapers. So now we've put them all in one place. It's called Panels.
This wasn't received as well as the YouTuber probably hoped.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a decent app.
How insanely out of touch you have to be to think a $50 a year subscription.
50 bucks! This is Marques Brownlee fan after seeing an app. Oh look, oh what's this? Marques Brownlee has just made an app to get some wallpapers. No way. 50 bucks! Bees. That is beyond me. 50!
To acknowledge his mistake.
That was a total misjudgment on my part. I didn't really properly explain the features or what it did, why it existed, or why it even had a premium price tier. And it had a bunch of other issues at launch to begin with that it never should have had.
But barely a month later, he ended up in another, more serious controversy when he drove 96 miles an hour in a school zone and tried to hide it. Worse, Marques deleted the driving clip.
Little Timmy in a random school where Marques Brownlee decided to exceed the speed limit.
What a good day to be outside. What a good day. Oh. Ah!
Altogether, seemingly trying to cover up his actions. And while he eventually admitted he was wrong and took accountability,
there was a clip in that video, since removed, of POV driving a Lamborghini and accelerating to over 90 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. It's just...
Nah. 10, let alone 10, 60 miles an hour more.
Stupid and dangerous. Not just for the actual act, which was stupid and dangerous, but also for the potential precedent that it could set.
His response to another controversy where he promoted the scam shopping extension Honey was much less satisfactory.
Obviously, if I had known any of this, I never would have worked with Honey, and neither would the creators who did, but clearly nobody knew about this going on. The lesson learned here definitely is for myself and basically every other creator who got with working with Honey is to be even more skeptical about the product.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, Honey Scam ad was one of the most craziest things I've ever seen. They would use affiliate links, take money off of creators that they would be promoted with.
Products and companies that we actually put in front of our audience.
He didn't even actually apologize. That's crazy. Nevertheless, Marques has continued posting normally. Unlike Minecraft YouTuber Wilbur Soot, whose serious accusations left him no choice but to disappear forever. On February 24th,
I'm not even sure who that is, you know.
2024, Wilbur would be accused of abuse by his ex-girlfriend, Shelby Grace.
He had this habit of biting. In the last couple of months of the relationship, that every time he bit me, it was until I needed to use this safe word. It had become his benchmark for when to stop.
What the flip? Don't assault people.
Only once I was definitely hurt.
And Wilbur only became worse.
Sometimes he would bite me and I would yell out the safe word because it hurt so bad, and he'd clamp down even harder.
The video was enough to turn Wilbur's fans against him. This man got me through self-unaliving times and times of abuse and all the venting of other people. I can't believe I found comfort in a monster. And though the YouTuber released an apology just 3 days later, this wasn't as well received as Wilbur had hoped. Worse, Shelby was right about not being the only ex Wilbur had abused, as another woman also came out about her abusive experience with him. And this was the final nail needed to permanently destroy Wilbur's career. The YouTuber lost more than 500,000 subscribers and
I'll just take the bag and dip.
Disappeared from the internet, no longer streaming or posting to his channel.
You guys have been absolute legends. Thank you guys so much for watching. YouTube thinks this video is recommended for you guys to watch next, so be sure to check that out. And as always, Godspeed.